Happy Pokemon Day! Legends ZA finally got an update on when to expect it and some of the stuff that's going to be in it. What really stands out to me is the new battle style. So let's talk about that for a minute. When I first saw the new battle style, it kind of reminded me of that Pokemon fan game or ROM hack or whatever you want to call it, Pokemon Reloaded, where it has real-time battle mechanics. Pretty interesting, but I have some concerns about it and some thoughts. For one, it's definitely going to have an effect on the competitive scene. I'm not a competitive player myself, but I can definitely see how this would introduce a whole new level of skill. This has the potential for having different uses of a Pokemon's stats. For example, a Pokemon's speed might actually affect how quickly they move, or could even affect how quickly a move recharges, which we're going to speculate on that in just a second. Now, it is stated in the announcement, as part of the video, it was stated that you can move and dodge attacks. One question that comes up from that is, will there be attacks that can't be dodged? It's introducing a lot of fighting game style mechanics in this. Kind of also like with Final Fantasy X-2 when they introduced the real-time battle, but they still kept some turnstile elements to it, like the move cooldowns and stuff like that. That's a legitimate question. Are there going to be moves that can't be dodged, like a guaranteed hit move? How will accuracy dropping moves work? Will it make it more difficult to see the enemy Pokemon? Is there an aiming mechanic when you get ready to unleash a move or an attack? Is the accuracy tied to an aiming mechanic? When you raise a Pokemon's evasion, will that make them quicker to react or faster? Will it make them automatically jump out of the way of a move to dodge it? Will it make your dodge response faster? Will it affect said potential aiming mechanic? Only time will really tell when we get to actually play the game or see more gameplay footage to really answer these questions and figure out how it's going to be accepted. Are people going to prefer to stick with the classic turnstile RPG battle style? That's what I loved about the original games, is the turn-based battle system. This doesn't look to be bad, just different. Now, getting back to the question, how will moves actually work? In the footage that we saw, we can see in the bottom right corner of the screen, the forward moves are allocated to the different areas of the screen. Now, this kind of makes me think of mobile games where you can tap the move that you want. Of course, this is probably mapped to the buttons on the controller, but that seems to be how you would select the move. It's there, you can tell which ones you want. But how's it going to, is it just going to be rapid fire? Can you use one move after another? Do you have to wait after you use a move? In the video that we were shown, it appears that there is going to be a cooldown for each move. So when you use a move, then you're going to have to wait. It's going to go dim and you'll have to wait for it to light back up before you can use that move again. The question is, can you use moves in a chain, like use one move and then a different move immediately after? And then, I mean, you could set up a chain, which again adds a whole nother level of competitive play where you chain moves together and get combos. And we already mentioned a little bit about the aiming mechanic. They mentioned about range and area of effect. Moves like Surf, or Earthquake for that matter, that would affect all the Pokemon on the field, that could have a very large area of effect, whereas something like Flamethrower or Razor Leaf would be more specific target. But that also raises another question too. The footage that we saw was all one-on-one. Are they going to incorporate double battles into this new battle style? One might also speculate that this is just an upgraded version of the Pokemon Go battles, which, in my personal opinion, Pokemon Go battles suck. I hate, absolutely loathe the battle system in Pokemon Go. I don't understand why they couldn't have just let Game Freak do the classic battle style, let you train up against wild Pokemon. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Niantic really screwed up with that one. I hate, absolutely loathe the battle system in Pokemon Go. That's why I don't play it. Now, another thing about that, this does show a lot of similarities to a lot of mobile RPG game battle styles. For the most part, those mobile games are crap. They suck. They are no good. They're not fun. So is this just a slightly upgraded version of mobile game battle style? I sincerely hope not, because if this goes the wrong way, this will completely ruin the Pokemon franchise. It comes down to the small, minor details that's either going to make or break this new battle system. If it goes bad, it could ruin the Pokemon franchise. If it goes good, they'll keep sailing and raking in the money with bulldozers. It also mentioned Mega Evolutions, and that's pretty cool in this 3D real-time battle system. It appears when it shows the Mega Evolutions in the video that they gave us, it appears that it's going to be a build-up, kind of like the old fighting games where you had a special move, you had to build up to use that special move. That seems to be how Mega Evolutions are being done with this. Only time will tell to see if that's actually how it works. Now, in the videos that we saw, we don't actually see a meter or anything building up. It only shows the megas being used, but it does show in the bottom right corner the mega symbol there that's all lit up. So we don't really know if you're going to have to build it up, but the way they talk and the things they say in the video leads me to believe that. Now the question is, if they have this build-up mechanic to be able to use the megas, is that going to last between battles? So like, could you, while grinding against wild Pokemon, build up your mega meter, so to say, and then go into a trainer battle with that meter already full so you could instantly use your mega? Again, only time will tell when we get more footage and actually are able to play the game to see if that's how it's going to work. And speaking of grinding in wild battles, it did show some footage of wild encounters there. Of course, it's a whole separate thing that it's going to take place in one city with wild areas. Gives me Safari Zone type vibes. Different subject here. What I'm concerned with is the new battle style, and it appears that the wild encounters are going to work the same way. I haven't played any of the newer generations with the 3D graphics and the open world mechanics where you can run around and just chuck a Pokeball, but it appears to be similar to that in the footage that I've seen of those games. And it does show that if you're having trouble catching a Pokemon, you can throw out your own to do the classic style of weakening the wild Pokemon and then trying to catch it. What's interesting that I noticed in the video that they showed is it appears that you can actually knock out a Pokemon and then try to catch it. It clearly shows the health bar going all the way down. The Pokemon appears to be kind of stunned and dazed, and they throw the Pokeball at it. So is that a new thing? Is that how it works in the 3D overworld games? Somebody let me know. Well, it's great that we finally got an update. We didn't get an exact date, but it did say late 2025 for the release of Legends ZA. It's good that we finally got that. It's cool that we get a look at the gameplay and the different mechanics and what all is going to be going into this new game. Really looking forward to how it turns out, everyone's different playthroughs, how people are going to nuzlocke it. It's very interesting. It's always exciting to get news about these things, and I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of it. Again, happy Pokemon Day, and enjoy the rest of it.